All right, so we're going to demonstrate or at least show off our equipment here.
Here it
we've
is.
got quite a few with more to come, but we've got our digital recorder. This is a...
what is that?
It's like a thermometer in a sense. It's got a little laser. Sorry, wrong button. You would point and it'll tell you like the temperature of like that specific area. So if you feel a cold spot and it's kind of warm everywhere else, you would just be like, oh, what's the temp over there?
It's colder.
It's 72 degrees over there, by the way.
That's good information.
I know.
I take a vacation on that side of the room.
You've got this standard
Flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for seeing in the dark.
It is.
Also,
It's
you can
lovely.
use it to communicate.
You can. Well, not this kind.
Not that kind.
You have to have the kind that you can twist.
Yeah.
Like those candles.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to get some so Emily will come back over.
Yeah.
And you've got your K2 meter. Which I'm going to leave that on and just see if we pick anything up.
Fun.
The fun laser grid.
Yeah, good times. Did you have a disco party?
Grid, look at that. But yes.
Okay. What else?
And then we've got a Ouija board, but
Yeah.
for the table purposes, we've got this sweet planchette that I purchased to replace the stupid plastic one.
It's not cool.
SB11 spirit box.
Yeah.
Dual channels, so you can sweep both AM or FM simultaneously, or AM and FM at the same time, which is kind of cool.
That is what simultaneously means.
I hate you, Kim. We've got the dowsing rods.
Yeah.
Which I use a lot. But we also have the black mirror that I bought the glass plate for and painted the back. So we'll showcase this here in a few minutes as well.
Cool.
So you can kind of see it up close and personal.
I'm excited.
Digital recorder is used for EVPs.
Yeah.
So you turn it on, you would hit record. You can hold it, you could set it, set it on something. And you ask questions. You got to leave some space for the answer possibilities. But you also have to point out any noises like, oh, Kim sneezed over there. It's in the distance, but you knew she sneezed. Or I coughed, even though I was like really close, but I coughed. It could sound like a voice you don't know.
It could. Then Jeff goes and listens to it later. He doesn't know that I coughed.
If I wasn't
he might
around.
think it was something spooky.
Right. It just like some noise. Or maybe a ghost was coughing. Maybe they used to be a smoker.
Ghost cough.
I don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
And then, standard flashlight, as I had already demonstrated.
We need those to see.
You can be like, oh, man, what was that noise?
Yeah.
Or, oh, shit, I almost stepped in that hole.
Yeah.
Or maybe gopher hole.
Or maybe both.
Or a giant hole that you didn't know was there. This could save your life.
It could. And I also have a headlamp that I wear, too.
Headlamps are nice as well. And then K2 meter here. I don't know if it's been going off. It's kind of bright. Maybe this camera has picked some of it up. But K2 meter, you can do yes or no questions. You can hold it or you can set it down on something. You got to make sure your surroundings are not going to set it off.
Check for technology.
Like this camera, as I hold it up to the camera, is not setting it off. But
Where's your phone?
if you put your phone next to it, especially if you have it turned on and you're doing something,
it'll
definitely like make it go off here. So
it's not gonna do it this time. It's like no.
It's not gonna do it. But it did it when I first turned it on. But yeah, it'll set it off for sure. And then the laser grid, which is nice. This one, however, I didn't realize it when I bought it. You have to hold the button down the whole time.
Yes.
You can't.
But
You can't just push it and turn it on like you do a flashlight. But I have rigged up a way to use some of my GoPro pieces to clamp it so it's on, and then it's on like a tripod like this over here, a little tripod, and then you just point it off. If you set up a camera, you don't want to stay by it the whole time, you can maybe see if something passes in front of it.
Because you'll see like an absence of light in the area where they pass through.
And then you've got the spirit box here. It uses the AM FM frequencies. You can sweep both FM channels at the same time, both AM channels at the same time, or you can do an AM and an FM at the same time. You can also just do one. You don't have to do both. You can hook it up to a speaker, but unless you have headphones. But it's actually really cool. I really like this one. I've never used the SB7, but the SB11 is actually quite neat. You turn it on. Okay, it lit up. I was at a weird angle that I couldn't see it. You turn it on, and then you can, blues for AM, reds for FM, and then you can either do. Let me turn this down. Turn it down because it's right there.
It's like very young.
All right, so it's as low as it'll go, but you can set it for reverse or forward sweeps. I always do reverse just because then I know that I'm not hearing anything from like a radio station of some kind, and if I am, it should be in reverse. You can choose the sweep rate. You can go. FM is a little bit different than AM. AM has got a few more sweep rate frequencies by one. And then, like I said, you can dual them either way. It also, which is very interesting on these too, is it has a flashlight that...
It's come in handy a couple times.
Yeah, we've used it a couple of times, but it drains the battery though. Yeah, that on. It's actually like a red light, like almost RI light in a sense. Not necessarily. You do have to have this turned on in order to use it. But it also has a temperature gauge.
Which goes off when the temperature changes.
Yeah, so it'll have its base reading, and then you'll know if it goes up or down in temperature with the negative numbers and the positive numbers. I mean, you're not going to know what the temperature is necessarily, but you'll know if it goes up or down. I don't know like where exactly the temp thing is.
Me neither.
But we've had it go off quite a bit. Where it actually jumped quite high, but in the colder range. So that was always interesting. And then yeah, the dowsing rods. If you've watched the videos or seen the demonstration on our live videos, I mean these are quite interesting. Yes or no questions. Just like the K2 meter. And there's stipulations like you kind of have to hold them kind of tight to your body. I mean, you don't want to hold them out like this because your arms are going to get tired. Plus, it's not, it's not like the best. This way you have more control over it. And you want to keep your wrists straight up and down as possible. You don't want to like limp it because obviously it's...
Oh, really?
No, I did that.
I was going to say.
I moved my wrist. I moved my wrist, but that's what I mean. Don't take offense.
Right? I was going to say, like, listen, y'all. You've gone too far this time.
Right? But yeah, so when I started out, it's almost like they're laughing at you. Like,
bitch.
I know, I'm going to tip the table over.
That's not that kind of table tipping, Jeff.
These were actually fairly inexpensive. They're like $20. So if you're interested in testing them out, definitely give them a shot. I got them on Amazon. Just make sure that they're fully copper and they're not...
Oh, they have the tube.
Yeah, and they have the tube. And so that brings us to the Ouija board.
Uh-oh. We don't want to get Tom mad.
We don't. We're not going to use it. I am going to put it on the table, and I'm going to put this on it, but we're not using it. We're not using it, guys.
Tom, we're not using it.
This is...
I got your back, Tom.
This is a special planchette that I bought off of Amazon from... The business is called Lord Mox Designed. He has custom handmade planchettes, a bunch of different ones. This one was my favorite out of all of them. So I got this one first. I wouldn't mind having the other ones though, just as decorations in a sense. I got this to replace this stupid plastic one that comes with the store-bought board. Just because it's like, why not have something cool?
Right.
And what's this person thing called again?
Baphomet.
Baphomet. That's what this is. Baphomet. And he does like Ouija boards and like pendulum, style boards and stuff too. So check him out. It's on Amazon, or you can find him on Facebook. I've been talking to him about doing a customized board, as we know. Yeah. And
it's gonna be cool.
I'm in the final stages. This is the store-bought Ouija board.
It is.
It's super tiny.
It's very small.
Yeah, I didn't really have a choice in sizes. Like, this is what they had, and I had a coupon.
It was on clearance.
Yes. And coincidentally, it kind of matches in a sense, like the not wood paper sticker that's on here and the planchette that I bought. Whereas the normal planchette is like that, kind of dull and boring. Felt tips on the bottom, so you can just kind of move it around and it flows. I'll be interested to see. Not that I'll use this one on the custom board as much, but because we're gonna have that custom planchette as well. But I'm gonna be interested to see how well this moves on there.
Right. We'll have backup planchettes.
Yeah.
Planchettes on planchettes.
The other thing, and this is what I made, we had mentioned it, and I kind of brought it up, is I bought a clear glass plate. I can't say don't do it, but I can't say do it either because we haven't tested this out yet. Right. But it's clear glass plate. You leave the inside alone. You don't mess with the inside. You have to coat the back of the plate until it's fully covered. But anyways, you want to make sure that you can't see through. So if you can hold this up to light and you can see light through from the back, you don't have enough paint on here.
Right.
So I put on like 2 coats of poly just to give it that extra protection. If you've used any of this stuff, feel free to let us know in the comments for sure.
Tell us all about it. We love spill the tea, sis.
Especially if you've used the Black Mirror thing before. Let us know your experiences. I'd be very interested to find out myself, honestly. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Stay tuned. Like, subscribe.
Sorry, I was yawning. I stayed up too late.
I'm tired. It's late.
Me tie. And then apparently my apartment building might have been on fire at some point while I was here.
Yeah, we don't know. We're going to find this out after the video. But anyways, finger guns. See you later.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. I'm going. I gotta pee.
I'm leaving that in there. Leaving that in there, Kim.
If you like this video, click subscribe to get updates on all of our new content.